Alright, what up, y'all? It's Metaphor, back for more. Here to kick the ball, representing everyone's 0-9 verse. Gonna do a video on the moon in Cancer. So the moon in Cancer is a cardinal water sign. Cardinal being initiating and creating. Water being emotions and in-depth type of nature. So with the moon being in Cancer, it's at home here. So this individual moon sign is very good at manifesting. So if you tap into that emotion and you dig deeper into it and find the ins and outs of the energy, and it's like whenever we have the moon transiting with the certain sign in the sky, say we have a moon in Cancer, for example, transiting through the sky, then you could look towards your Cancers and see which ones are in the higher vibrational light of it and the lower vibrational light of it. Excuse me. And you can, like I said, you can do this on any sign. So with the moon being exalted, the moon in Taurus is exalted. But what I had mentioned in the previous videos, the moon in Cancer is at home. So with the moon being at home here, an individual is very good at manifesting in this space and time. So whenever, space of alignment, you see what I'm saying, that area of the sky. So whenever we're experiencing that moon in Cancer, you can either see where your manifestation has, felt you feel that you have good fruit, or you see that you can have bad fruit. You see what I mean? So whatever you have manifested, and you reap what you sow. So whenever you plant those seeds, you are aware of what you're planting, and then whenever you actually get that harvest, and you can look at it like in a way like Libra is the beginning of the initiating creating of fall, right? And Cancer is initiating creating of summer. Aries being the initiating creating of spring, and Capricorn being the initiating creating of the wintertime. And with that being said, you can look at each area of life where that's participating in your rising house, for example. Like, not your rising house, you can look at your rising sign and then see which house that the moon is in and which season it's in. You see what I mean? So in your own area of life and how you participate with these energies. So you could look at, if you have a first house in Cancer, you can say, okay, the moon's in Cancer. What have I accumulated from my personal emotions? You see what I mean? So first house being personality, moon being emotions and receptivity. So you can see what you've accumulated in this realm of existence whenever the moon is in Cancer in the transiting sky. And if you have a natal moon in Cancer, you're an individual that's very into their emotions. You could tend to be a moody individual. Like if you're not feeling at home and you feel like people aren't treating you right, then that moon in Cancer could get a little bit moody. So this is the ways you can look at it on both sides. It's a very good manifesting sign, but you could also manifest good or bad things depending on your state of being. So whenever we're transiting through the sky, and you can see which part of the accumulation that we have with the moon, you could say, okay, is it in an exalted space? Is it at home? Is it away? Or is it at work? For example, whenever the moon's in Cancer, it's at home. Whenever the moon's exalted, it's in Taurus. Whenever the moon is at fall, it's in Scorpio. Whenever the moon's at work, it's in Capricorn. So like I say, you can also look at the seasons of the emotions as well, whichever part of area of that life, the area of your life that you have going on, and you could look at that into your houses, and see whenever the moon transits into a new house, a new area of life, and you can see which part of your inner being that you're transiting into. You see what I mean? So you can also accumulate that with your new moon and full moon, and you want to check that out with your rising houses. Your rising sign. So like say you have a Cancer rising, like I say. Whenever we have a Cancer sun and the moon is in Cancer, it'll be a new moon. Whenever we have the moon in Capricorn and the moon is in Cancer, it'll be a full moon, and it'll be in your 7th house, for example. So that's opposite things. Unless you have what you call intercepting houses, like misplaced houses. And that would mean you have one sign in two areas of life. For example, I did a reading for somebody the other day. They are Libra rising, but they have Libra in the first and second house, and they also have Aries in the seventh and eighth house. So, you know what I mean? So you look at those oppositions, and that's kind of how the chart would play out either way. So, yeah. You know, you'll have Aries always being opposite to Libra, Taurus always being opposite to Scorpio. If you look in charts like that, it's interesting. You'll see which sign isn't even, you know, in that house, but you could see where it would fall at. You know what I mean? So say you had like a 3-degree rising, and you had like a 27-degree second house. So that would mean that in between where Libra is at and where Scorpio should be, you have Libra there a second time, and then Scorpio falls into that third house, and you can see, boom, oh, okay, you're missing the Sagittarius energy type thing. And you can say, okay, that's in between that third and fourth house, so it's in between your environment and your private life. So that's the way you could look at it the house-wise, and this is what I'm saying, you could look at the actual season where the moon is at. So yeah, much love and holla back at me. And like I said, the moon is at that home here, so it's a very high manifesting emotion, and it's like you don't want to be too. It's like the moon in a water sign is very alike in the same kind of element if you think about it, right? So the moon in Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer, it'd all be an emotion that could be a bit delusional. So you whenever you receive things, you don't want to be in your own rose-colored glasses, in your own realm of reality, instead of the actual realm of reality that you're experiencing. So yeah, much love and holla back. Peace out.